We're solving problem 14 from the 2026 AIME 1. In an equal angular pentagon, the sum of the squares of the side lengths equals 308, and the sum of the squares of the diagonal lengths equal 800. The square of the perimeter of the pentagon can be expressed as m root n, where m and n are positive integers, and n is not divisible by the square of any prime. Find m plus n. Now what we can do is, so we can first just have a pentagon, and we have all the side lengths be a to e respectively. Then we can write out some equations. So obviously we have the sum of the squares of the individual side lengths, which is equal to 308. We denote that as s. And then we have the products of different side lengths denoted as q and r, where the ultimate goal we're trying to find p squared, the perimeter squared, the square of the perimeter of the pentagon is in this form, which we use these 2q and r to simplify the sum to s plus 2q plus 2r. Now for this problem, we are going to use the golden ratio, which is 1 plus root 5 over 2, and then we have the identities 2 cosine 72 is equal to 1 over 5, and 2 cosine 144 degrees is equal to negative 5. Then, from our information that we have, we can apply one of the things they gave to us. So we have this 800 is equal to, because this is the second thing we get, the sum of the squares of the diagonal lengths equals 800. So we can use 800 is equal to 2 times s, which is 616. And then we do plus 2 times q cosine 72 degrees, which when we subtract these two, we get 184 is equal to, and then we get q times 2 cosine 72, which we already established was 1 over 5. So we have q over 5. Then we get q is equal to 184 times this value 5. We can also solve for r in terms of phi, where we have this new equation. We have 308 plus 2q cosine 72 plus 2r cosine 144. Here what we do is we can again substitute. So we have 308 plus we substitute this value here. This is 184. And then we have plus 2r cosine 144 degrees. And this is just going to equal 0. This also equals 0. And we can again plug in this value. So this is going to be 492. And then since 2 cosine 144 is negative 5, this becomes minus 5 times r equals 0. And then 492 is equal to 5 times r. So we divide by 5 to find r. This is equal to r. Then the sum that we want to find is 308 plus 184 phi plus because we multiply by 2, this is going to be 984 over 5. And then we, so for this value right here, what we can do is we apply 1 over phi is equal to phi minus 1. Then what we can do is we do 984 over phi is equal to 984 times phi minus 1, which is 984 phi minus 984. And then this just becomes a lot simpler, right? So once we have this, we can start to plug it in. We have to multiply this by 2. I forgot about that. So this is 368, right? And then we have 1352 phi plus the, what is 308? Or no, this is not 308 because there's this one right here. So this is not a plus then because you have to subtract this 984. So 308 minus 984 is going to be negative 676. So this is essentially our p squared for our value, where we can then plug in our golden ratio value right here into 1352, and we calculate for that, and then we can just simplify with 676. So we obtain our answer of 676 root 5 as m root n as our square of the perimeter. And then we just sum these two. So 676 plus 5 is equal to 681. And that's going to be our answer for this problem.